Coming up tonight on Primetime Local News, a Bridal and Grad show is coming to Lloydminster, plus the women's wrestlers basketball team saw some preseason action, and a look into the past with this week's edition of Retrospect.
I wouldn't mind going back to school for because I can see my friends and the girls.
Prime Time Local News, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
A bridal and graduation show is coming to Lloydminster later this month. Arlene Hoffert sat down with the show's planner to find out more.
I'm joined here today with Nicole Brinklow, who's the owner of Olive Shoes Planning and Events. And she's putting on an upcoming bridal and grad show on October 20th. So Nicole, why don't you just tell us a little bit about this upcoming show?
Absolutely. So it is a bridal show. It's also a grad show. We tried to incorporate both of them because they use quite a lot of the same vendors when, hair and makeup and dresses and things like that, even tuxes and suits. They use the same thing, flowers, photography. And so we decided that it would be a good fit to join them together and just have the two together. And so we're hoping that we have lots of brides and grads that come out and just check out all the different vendors that we have in the show this year. We're super excited. We started last spring in February and just had a great turnout. We had great vendors. We've had a little bit of everything. We tried to have a little bit of everything for sure. And so this fall, we decided to change it to fall so that we could incorporate more of the grads. In the spring, usually grads have their dresses already. They have some of those things planned out because grad is in June. And so we decided that if by switching it to fall, that we would be able to give them an opportunity to see some of the different vendors as well. So we've kind of adjusted to it. And so it'll be a yearly thing every fall.
All right, I'm going to get two simple questions right out of the way here that everybody probably wants to know. When is the show and where's it going to be?
It is October 20th at 11 to 5, and it's at the Gold Horse Casino. And they have been a great sponsor for us in the spring, and again this fall. We're really looking forward to being there. It's a nice venue. It's kind of intimate and just a great place to have it.
So you kind of touched a little bit on it in your first answer, but why don't we just talk a little bit about what kind of vendors are going to be at this show for both wedding stuff and graduation stuff?
Yeah, we have, like I said, just a variety. We have DJs, we have hair salon, we have fitness, we have photography, we have a men's clothing, we have a bridal store, we have a bakery. All sorts of different vendors are part of it for sure. So we're excited. They're great, great vendors to have join us and that give the brides and the grads the opportunity to meet with and have a chit chat, and that way they're not having to go around and trying to track down everybody on their own. So they should come on out and enjoy the day.
So Nicole, what made you kind of want to start putting on a bridal and graduation show? What was kind of the inspiration behind doing these shows?
Well, I think years ago, before COVID, there was a bridal show in Lloyd, and then COVID kind of hit and it stopped. And we just felt like there was a need for being able to show brides that, all of the different opportunities that they have, and, both local as well as we have people coming from both Saskatchewan and Alberta side, Edmonton, right? North Battleford. And so it just gives them an opportunity to see more places without having to travel. And so that was probably the biggest thing. And my husband and I have, well, I go along with him, but he has a DJ company, and so because of that, we were seeing some of those needs there. So that we talked about it, decided if we don't start it, maybe then it wouldn't happen. And so we took the bull by the horns and tried in the spring, and it was a great success. Lots of brides, and everybody seemed to be happy. So yeah, we're excited to be sharing this again.
Awesome. And where can people go to maybe get more information on the show if they're curious about something or interested?
For sure, they can give me a call, or they can check out our Facebook page at Olive Shoes Planning. And there's an event that's there as well. There's posters that are up. We'll be on the radio as well. So just a variety of different places. And obviously coming out on October 20th would be a good place.
Awesome. Is there anything maybe I didn't ask you that I missed that you'd like to let people know or talk about?
For sure. Just to let everyone know, the admission is $10 each, but if brides come in with their bridal party and groups of 4, the bride comes in for free as well. And we just are hoping that it's another success and we're able to match up some of the vendors with, the brides as well as the grads that they would be able to see and get some ideas from. So.
Well, thanks for joining me here today, Nicole. It looks like this show is going to be pretty exciting. The upcoming here bridal and graduation show on October 20th at the Gold Horse Casino. Be sure to check it out.
The City of Cold Lake has approved funding for the Aircraft Maintenance School. The goal is to open the school for the fall of 2026. Abby St. John has more on the school and how much work is left.
I'm very happy to be joined here today by the City of Cold Lake's Mayor, Craig Copeland. Thank you so much for joining me today. Of course. Now, today we're going to be talking about the Cold Lake Aircraft Maintenance Engineering School, which has received funding for it to start in 2026. That's kind of the hope. So can we talk a little bit about this funding and the decision to make this school happen?
Yeah, so council's been working with Portage College for many years on this file. Really exciting. We've got such great talent at Fort Wayne Cold Lake that having an aviation type of school in Cold Lake makes total sense. And so we're going to stand up Portage is going to stand up the program in the fall of 2026. What the city has done is we purchased the curriculum, so the Transport Canada program that Portage has to offer to the students. We went out and purchased that from college in British Columbia called Okanagan. And so we have the curriculum. And then we bought an existing hangar at the regional airport where the students will be doing all of their work in. And then just recently we did that press release, like you said, where we're going to now go out and give Portage the money to purchase all of the furnishings that'll be inside the hangar so the students can work with all of the different presses and everything to bend the metal and learn so that they're ready to work out in the private sector.
This sounds like it's going to be a fantastic program for those who are intrigued by aviation studies, and that's exciting that Cold Lake is going to have that, especially with Fort Wayne. Now, what will students take away from this program, and how will you see it benefit Cold Lake as a whole?
Well, what the students are going to be able to do is they're going to be certified now to get to work on aircraft, whether it's the private planes or maybe cross over the floor, from graduating, go work in the commercial aviation industry. Lots of work out there. There's a ton of wanted people in the aviation industry, Calgary and into BC. There's jobs everywhere. We also we think that some of the students may be entrepreneur enough to want to stand up their own business and learn how to fix private aircraft. So it's very exciting. And so it's just, we have a big vision that at a regional airport, we could actually look at putting industry there in regards to aviation.
That's very, very exciting. And I'm sure a lot of people who are interested in that is also very excited to hear, especially those who are from this area and who don't really, who would need to travel outside to get this education. So it's amazing that you guys are going to now offer this in the city of Cold Lake. Now, there is a lot of time. The goal is 2026 start. So what is there left to do getting to that goal?
Well, right now you got to get staff. So Portage College is working on that to get the instructors and then get out and purchase the different equipment that's being required. But the city is also working with the aviation industry to try to find partners to come on board and invest in our program, because we feel that we have a big vision and a lot of exciting disciplines in the aviation industry can be taught at this site here. And so, we're really going out trying to find partners, because we want to do other avenues. One being, you got this fixing the plane structures, but you could do avionics, which electronics, teaching people how to fly. Drones. Drones is a really exciting topic that we're exploring, is repairing drones and actually flying drones on the site. So we're in discussions with a company on that. So it's exciting times, and it's a long-term vision. Council's aware of this, and we're in for the long haul, and we feel like it's going to be providing diversification to our economy.
Yes, definitely. It is very exciting that this is all kind of coming together as we go on through the months and the years. Like you said at the beginning, you and the council and Portage College has been in discussions for years about this. So now that it's finally getting the funding and kind of rolling, you got the location, everything. It is very exciting to see it all come together. Is there anything else that you would like to add that I may have missed about this really exciting project?
Well, we're just happy to have a great partnership with Portage College. So the city, invested with Portage, because we both are on the same page, that we feel that this is a field that people could come in and take and broaden their horizon and do something else. They're going to take in about 14 to 20 students in the first enrollment, but it's really exciting. We've traveled around Western Canada, looked at other schools, and now it's happening. There's such a shortage of workers. Private industry is actually standing up their own schools so that people can go to school and then go right into working for their company. So there's a big demand for this discipline right now.
Wonderful. Well, this is again very exciting for not only the city of Cold Lake, but the province as well, and those who are really interested in the world of aviation and to learn more about it. So, thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to learn more as time goes on and we get closer to that start date. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's all for news. Sports is next, but first, here's a look at your closing market.
Today's oil prices are brought to you by First General Services.
It's time now for Retrospect. Here is Nick Hott.
This week on Retrospect, we travel back to 1993, where students get ready for back to school.
It's the Stanley Cup Street Hockey Final. The final game of the summer on 56th Avenue before these junior street hockey stars return to the classroom. And it's something they're not looking forward to.
I want to see all my friends and that, but all the work, hard work and stuff. I want to see all my friends though.
Oh! I wouldn't mind going back to school for because I can see my friends and the girls. See a lot of the girls.
For teachers in the Lloydminster Catholic School Division, today also marks the end of the summer and the start of a new school year. A special commissioning ceremony was held this afternoon to welcome the teachers back.
They will come to your classroom filled with the desire to communicate with their brothers and sisters and getting along well with their parents at home. And also they will come with a great interest in mathematics, in science and spelling, and in their faith as well.
For two teachers in particular, it's the start of a new job.
My apprehensions, I guess, would be having 30 grade 3s alone all to myself in one room. That's a lot more kids than I've ever had at once. 24 is probably the most I've ever seen before, so that's one thing that kind of scares me a bit. But being grade 3, I'm sure they'll warm up to me fairly quickly, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Being it is my first job, I'm not really sure what to expect, but I've been in other schools before, and I expect chaos actually. But if I keep it organized and everything, I just hope to keep everything under control. And if you start out that way, hopefully the year continues that way.
And for the students, they're looking for teachers they can mold.
The nice ones that let you watch movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you go hockey. Sports.
Yeah. Like sports.
Yeah.
Like the gym teachers. The teachers that give you tests, no. They're not the good ones.
That's great because I teach half phys ed. I'll teach most of them phys ed, and they'll have a ball in phys ed. Guarantee that for them.
Michael Higgins, NewsHour.
Next, we jump forward to 1998 for a look into the 30th Annual Federation Dance.
Circle left. All ladies in the men's sashay, circle left.
Close to 800 square and round dancers from across Western Canada are do-si-doing their way around the border city this weekend. They're here for the 30th Annual Federation Dance. Every year over the Labor Day weekend, communities across Alberta take turns hosting the event, and for Lloydminster, this is the first year. The weekend will feature various workshops teaching dancers new steps and figures, as well as nightly dances and even a fashion show. Although the exhibition grounds will see most of the action, the event is being spread out around the city at 7 different locations. And given the number of participants, the extra room is definitely in need.
Well, we budgeted for 600 people to a break even, and we are now at 800. And last night we had what we call a trail-in dance, and we had 550 people at that dance. But overall our registration is around the 800 mark, and we'll probably go a little bit higher than that.
Dancing will continue throughout the weekend, and local residents are welcome to attend for a small fee of a loonie. Next year's event is scheduled to be held in Strathmore.
And that's all for this week of Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consort.
And we'll have more Primetime local news after the break. The Lakeland Rustlers women's basketball team hosted the Red Deer Polytechnic Queens for 2 exhibition games over the weekend, and I was lucky enough to attend both of them. For the first time since last March, the Lakeland Rustlers were back playing basketball in Lloydminster, where they took on the Red Deer Polytechnic Queens on Friday and Saturday. The Rustlers appear ready for another fantastic season, as players both new and old showed off their offensive talents, scoring 84 points in both games, while staying disciplined defensively, holding the Queens to 45 points in Game 1 and 54 points in Game 2.
I think we did really well. To start, we held them under our defensive goal, and we moved the ball really well, and we did an offense that we didn't really practice much, and I feel like we executed that amazingly, and just overall our energy was good and ball movement was good.
Head coach Chris King was away on the weekend, so assistant coach Marissa Lindquist took the reins as head coach for the games and liked what she saw from the team.
It was really good for us to get another preseason game in. I think this team with so many returning athletes from last year's national championship team, it's just a matter of time and us figuring out our timing and getting all the new pieces figured out. It was really good face Red Deer, a team that's been strong in the past. They show things that we haven't seen yet in preseason, and so it was just a really good chance for us to keep getting better.
The Rustlers will have one more preseason game in Lac La Biche, and then we'll get a weekend off before the ACAC season starts up at the end of October, and the players can't wait for the season to begin.
Everybody's pumped. You know, we got some amazing new people that just came in to our team. And yeah, we're very pumped just to go back and do what we know.
Thomas Wildman, Primetime, local news. And now we'll take a quick look at your cute pets with our pet picks of the day.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to have them featured on Pet of the Day.
Now we're going to take a quick look at your 3-day weather forecast. Coming up tomorrow, it's going to be nice and warm, up to 23 degrees. There will be a little bit of cloud cover, but it will mostly be sunny throughout the day. A low of 5 for tomorrow. It will cool down a little bit on Wednesday, a high of 15 and a low of 3. Will be partly sunny once again. And then it'll still be a little cooler on Thursday, up to a high of 13 and a low of 0. Will still be mostly sunny though. And thank you for joining us. My name is Thomas Wildman, and have a great rest of your day.